Hello, and welcome back to Tommy's Top Picks Weekly Roundup Podcast, episode 127. I'm your host, Tommy, joined by John.
How's it going?
Good.
Yeah, that good, huh?
Summer doldrums.
Yeah, it's quiet.
Work's been busy, not much has changed. I feel like this is last week, take two. Except we have a bunch of flesh and blood stuff to talk about. We got Rosetta coming.
Yep. New set.
New set. Arya stuff, Earth stuff, Wizard stuff.
Lightning, Wizard, yeah.
Rune Blades.
Yep.
And then...
this is the all arcane set.
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah, Rune Blades and Wizards only.
Oh, true.
Yep.
True. Okay. Fair enough. I was thinking it was just going to be like 4 Wizards, and I think that set should still happen.
Yeah, this is the confirmed arcane set. Yeah.
What else are we going to talk about? These are not the allocation numbers you're looking for.
Definitely not.
Star Wars Set 2, Shadows of the Galaxy. We got more and more stores are finding out their allocations, and we're finding out more and more consistency of like what LGSs are actually getting what and percentages, and this is all rumor, but it's all just stuff that makes sense when you think about it, and I think they're doing it the right way. We will get into that later. John's been building more crazy commander decks.
Trying to build some commander decks. Not doing a good job so far.
And I drafted Eldraine, Wilds of Eldraine, this week on Arena, which was fun. It's a neat format. I was like looking at all these. The first time I drafted it, I drafted red, white, as usual. And then just saw this, I don't know, just throughout, while going through the drafting process, saw all these different enchantment synergies. And that's basically the set. It's interesting. It's fun. It's a fun, limited format.
But. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, I missed that one on the commanders. I did actually manage to get some Lost Caverns commanders boxes, though, so that's
nice.
Going back to that a little bit, checking those out. But anyways, we can talk about that in the John's Commander Corner. That's what we'll call it, John's Commander Corner. What weird thing is John doing in Commander this week? But yeah, we can talk about MH3 opening experience too.
Yeah, you opened a box.
The commander collector boxes. Yeah. One I recorded, so everyone got to see it. Hopefully, you got to see that and enjoyed that. I could talk about my impressions about that because I do have some thoughts now that I've had some time to kind of digest it, think about the cards, etc.
Cool. Well, where do you want to start? We got Fab, we got Star Wars, and we got Magic.
Let's start with what we played first because that always is where we start. So. Sure. You got to play some draft. Tell me about that.
I kind of already talked about it.
So. That's it?
That's it.
There's 2 sentences. There was enchantments, and it was fun.
There was enchantments, and it was fun. Red-white seems pretty good. I think my most amount of wins was 6 again on a deck. But this was the first format in a while that I would like really go back and edit my deck afterwards because I feel like I was able to draft things because I was doing quick draft. I was able to draft and figure out what's open and then just actually build a deck opposed to real people and changing.
Sure.
So it's a little easier, but you end up with stronger decks in quick draft, I think.
Gotcha.
Than you normally would, which can make it a little more swingy, but it's cheaper on the gold coins. So that works too. Yeah, and I missed locals this week for Star Wars. 1, just because I had just done the showdown, and 2, I was very tired. Work had been very busy. That was a very stressful work day. But it was good, and all went good. So I'm very happy on the other side of it.
That's good.
Yeah.
I did not have stressful work this week. I had the opposite of stressful work. My boss was out. We had Juneteenth off. So it was like a split week, and a lot of not much going on. I had to deal with some contract negotiation, and it was relatively simple. So, I didn't play much. I'm trying to think if I played anything this week. I don't know if I played anything.
I painted Stormcast Eternals. Some friends and I are getting ready for 4th edition, which is going to be fun. That's out same weekend as Star Wars, the 12th of July. So that's coming out soon.
Cool.
That'll be an interesting weekend. Saturday will be opening up cards, or is that Friday? The 12th. The 12th is Friday. Yeah. So that weekend I'll be opening and sorting cards and building Warhammer. It's going to be a good weekend. I'm very excited for that weekend.
It's an exciting weekend.
Yeah. But we'll just have to see how much I actually get and how much I have to open. Because things are a little weird. So I've been hearing more and more about how stores are getting allocated for set 2 for Star Wars Shadows of the Galaxy. And it's basically like it's highly dependent. One, if you didn't get set 1, you're not getting set 2. And then 2, the second thing is if you were hosting a bunch of events, you're probably getting 90% of what you were allocated for set 1. And then if you didn't host events, you're getting close to nothing of what you ordered for set 1.
So chances of us getting anything is very low.
We shall see. So which is why I'm grabbing things elsewhere just in case.
Yeah, that's smart. Yeah, they do have a shop, but they probably haven't been hosting events because it just opened. So they won't have that history. So if that's truly the determining factor, then yeah, that will not happen.
Yeah, because the one, I forget who I was saying, but I think it was, I'll find it. But they had ordered 400 boxes of set 1, didn't host events, and then were allocated like 28 for set 2.
Ouch.
Yeah.
That's going to be rough. We'll see how that plays out. It's interesting that the box prices in the pre-sale on TCG Player are down to 151. So they have come down precipitously from their highs of like 220.
Yeah.
I wonder if this is real or if all these are going to get like, oops, too bad, so sad. Yeah. We don't have it.
RNG Games. You know? RNG Games, that's who it was.
Oh, okay. They had the big
order for set 1. Yeah. Which, I mean, so they're doing the right thing in that they're supporting the stores that are hosting events, right? That have an active player base and that are playing. But this is worrisome and just like what's going to happen. Like how many people are going to just leave because they can't get boxes.
Yeah, I mean, if the game is wanting to grow and it can't grow, you lose. You get attrition. Like, that's not a winning strategy typically.
No.
So.
But I think if they can turn around and by November, both set 1, 2, and the third set are around MSRP, I think that's a really healthy sign for the game. Because I feel like it could go 2 ways. It could go 2 ways, right? So you have this high demand for it, and then that demand goes away, and then you bring the boxes to meet that high demand, and the demand is no longer there, and then you have $50, $60 boxes.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely possible.
Yeah. But then does that bring people back?
I don't know. I mean, that's the question. How salty does it make them they can't get it? You know, how much of a community is anchored in? How much it bails and moves on to the next game? You know what I mean?
Or goes back to Magic.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's so many external factors to it too. Like if there's a really great Magic set and I don't know, One Piece or something else comes that pulls hype, you know, Lorcana, I don't know. I don't know what, but something pulls hype, then it could really be damaging. I don't know that it's there yet because they've been pretty open with the communication. So when you don't have misaligned expectations, you get less salt than if everyone thinks one thing and then another thing happens, you know? And because they've been overly communicative on all these details. I think most people know what to expect, and maybe patience will win out, but it's hard to say. And
that's really all you can do, right? Is be like, hey, it's coming.
Yeah, never bet on consumers' patience, though.
Exactly. Sure. Yeah. It can be too late.
Yep.
And then, so it'll be interesting to see in November if when the boxes do come, is the demand still there? Does it hold? Not at where it is now, but does it get closer to MSRP? Does the first set box come down to like 150, let's say, instead of 120? And just a little more healthier of a more digestible price per box.
We'll just have to see. Supply and demand are going to have to prove out what happens there.
Yeah. But we're getting close. 3 weeks away.
Yep.
We're almost there.
Yep.
I know a lot of people, especially at my locals, are just kind of taking the next couple weeks off, and are just like, I'll come back when set 2's out. But we did, just like I said, go through showdown season, so a lot of people were playing a lot of games.
Right.
And it's summer, so summer doldrums and wanting to go do other things.
Yeah, summer is a quieter season, isn't it?
Just for cards in general.
Yeah. Like a lot of people chill out a little bit.
And then MH3 comes.
Yeah, I mean, MH3 hitting in the summer, beginning of summer, seemed like the right timing for me, at least. It got me re-engaged. I was actually wondering if I was going to open any boxes, but then they showed up and I had to open a box. And I had to open a second box, and now I'm deciding whether or not to open the third box or not. The EV on both of them were over the price, so it's like gainful if I have the will to sell the cards, which is the hard part.
Right.
Because I look at the cards and I'm like, okay, I don't like Eldrazi. I could sell these, and then I'm looking at them like, but they seem kind of cool. It's like maybe I do like Eldrazi after all. The only things that I'm like committed to selling are the textured foil cards, because I'll just get a regular version, and they have a premium on them. Like, I don't care if I ever want that card. I pulled Fury and Sorin, and they're both Majestics. Mythics, yeah. Sorry, I was just trying to remember which M word it was. So they're good. The textured foils look awesome, but I don't care. Like, that's not a thing that's a driver for me. So I'll sell them at the premium and buy a basic version or whatever. I don't need the special foil. Cool art though. Sorin in particular. His flip side is cool. Like, he breaks through the borders and stuff with the art.
That's neat.
Yeah. So he does seem like a cool guy to make something around, but I don't really know. It's aristocrat kind of format. Like, I guess he's black-white, I guess. I don't actually know.
White?
Extort is well, maybe he's not. I don't know. See, this is why. It's like rules I don't understand, so I'm like, I don't really care about that. Plus, aristocrats is not my favorite thing anyways. So maybe he's not. The backs has the little black-white on this, but with the special art, I don't really know if this counts. I don't know. Whatever. Anyways, I don't really care about him. Like, he did not drive a huge amount of excitement for me. So, selling him off, and if I ever do want him in the future, I'll just buy it.
Yeah.
But the rest of the cards, that's where it gets hard, because there's some really good cards, and some of them I immediately was like, I'm definitely not selling these. I got 2 Esper Sentinels across 2 boxes.
Nice.
Their price is going to come down, I'm sure, because of how common they are based on my one tiny sample size. But that's okay, because they are so useful in so many decks. I have 2 decks already to put these 2 in.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't even play white. Yeah. So it's like the fact that I have 2 decks to put these in, and I have a place for 2 of them, is like, oh yeah. I had I think at least 1, maybe 2 before, and I sold them a while ago, that first round of selling. And so when I went back to building decks, I was like, oh, I never should have sold those. And so when I pulled them, I'm like, nope, these are permanent. These are in the collection. So they were pulled aside immediately. But some of the other stuff, the Eldrazi for one, some of the little combo pieces, because it is modern, so it has a lot of the core component pieces that people want. The elementals, I could see wanting them in the future. What else did I pull that was pretty epic? There's some really good ones, though. There are some that are special art, and I'm torn. Like, I got the Ugin's Labyrinth Borderless, which is the very pricey one.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like I could just trade down for the cheaper one, like sell it and get a cheaper version of it and not really care because at least I'll have the functional card. But I do like the full arts in some cases, and this is one of those cases. So it's tough. It's tough to decide what to do exactly with this. So it's sitting on my sorting tray right now, and I just got back and from a trip, so now I'm not sure what to do. I'll probably sell the Nadu. I have the alt art and the normal art, and that seems to be the new hotness right now. I guess it's a busted Simic deck card, so useful, and I think both modern and like super busted and modern from what I hear, and in Commander also stupid. Like, people are like, this thing is annoying, so sell it before it gets banned.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of just really powerful cards.
Yeah, for sure.
But I don't know. It almost feels like a commander set to me.
What does that mean?
Well, every set's a commander set for me.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, what's a commander set? Like I guess Commander Legends, right?
I feel like even so, they're targeting modern with this, right?
Yeah.
I feel like just the amount of text on cards is just getting more and more obscene.
Yeah, I mean that. I don't know if that's new, particularly in modern. I don't know, because like if you think to like some of the reprints like Dockside, Extortionist, and stuff like that, like they had a lot of text too, and those are old cards. Well, not old, but they've been around since like 2019 or whatever, right? I guess that's kind of old, 5 years, right?
Sure.
So I don't know that that's new. It's definitely continued in this set. There's no doubt about that. Yeah. But yeah, I'm actually curious. I don't know, and maybe you do. How many of these are reprints? Is it all reprints?
I don't know. I know there is new cards.
There are, okay. I wasn't sure.
It's not a reprint set, no, but there are reprints in it.
There's a lot of reprints in it, and I guess now some of the reprints are just becoming legal in modern. Is that how they do it? Like they basically, if it's reprinted in a modern set, is now modern legal or something? I honestly don't know how modern works.
Yeah, sounds right.
The lands, the fetch lands or whatever, they were prolific in the first box. I think I got 4 or 5 different art styles, right? Like full art, non-full art, basic. I think I got one that was like the old border, the classic border. Foil, non-foil, all that stuff. And then in the second box, I only got 2. So I guess if only 2 is a big deal, then that's a thing to be aware of. But yeah, it seems like they are available. You will see those prices come down for sure. I don't know if I want to keep those because I got proxies of those a long time ago. I got proxies of all the, expensive lands for like $30 just so I could build for Commander. And I kind of don't want to mix real ones in with my proxies. I like just sticking with the proxies. So I don't know. I might just sell all the lands.
Fair. I mean, you're just playing casual Commander.
Exactly. That's why it's like if people want this and need it for a tournament or whatever, like I don't need it. I doubt I'll ever even play in a shop, honestly. Like for Commander. Not my I have a group, I'll play with the group. And that's about it. That's all there is to it, Yeah.
Everything could be proxies.
I actually ordered a deck recently, which I may have gotten ripped off, but it does apparently exist. We'll see. It was $35. Yeah. It was through an Instagram ad too, of all things. Weird. But I was just like, screw it, $35. If I get ripped off, I get ripped off. But it's a cat tribal all proxy deck. Yeah,
That's
and
fun.
so they redid the art on a bunch of stuff, including like Crater Hoof Behemoth is like a grassy, like it's like a cat, but its fur is made of like leaves and stuff.
That's
It's
fun.
really cute, like it's ridiculous, and I'm hoping I can trick Lindsay into playing.
I knew where that was going.
With the cats, because she's talked about cat decks
Yeah.
many times. And I could be like, look at these cute cats. Let me teach you how to play this game. The unfortunate part is apparently it's kind of powerful. Like that means to play well, like it has the ability to be played well. So we'll see what she says. But we'll see if I even get it, because when I looked, I got this PayPal thing and it was to like a Chinese company, like it was written in Chinese.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh no. And then I never got a receipt. I never got any other confirmation.
Weird.
So it feels like I'm going to get ripped off. It does exist on Etsy, but it's like over twice the price. So we'll see if I get it or not.
Weird.
Yeah. Other than that, not much with MH3. Got to decide which of the commander decks I want to actually build off of. I might do the energy one, because that seems like a mechanic I haven't explored yet and might be fun to mess around with. And now that, because they did it with Fallout, you know? So there's like a fair pool. It's not a great pool. And then Aether, no, not Aether. What was that one called? The set that had the energy in it the first time. Kaladesh. The Kaladesh block, I think, had it. So now there's a fair like card pool, I think, of energy cards that will be worth messing around with.
Yeah. I built an energy deck in MH3 draft and it was a ton of fun.
Oh, was it? Oh, that's good. You can actually draft into it. That says something about it. That's good. Yeah. So maybe I'll build that. And then beyond that, I'm not sure. Velociraptor, Bloodright is one I was looking at that I thought was interesting. I know everyone's talking about tricky terrain. That's like the Nadu Simic madness.
Mm-hmm.
But I tend not to go with the ones that are popular if I can help it. So that's where I'm at on those. I don't know. We'll see. Right now I'm trying to build a Nala because I got her secret layer card for really cheap. And so I wanted to build something around it, and come to find it's really a CEDH commander. So I started building it thinking it'd be Dragons 2.0, basically copy Wizards and gain value, which I talked to you about and sent you. I was like, how do I make this actually work? And I'm looking at it, and I don't think there's enough value in Wizards being copied to make it functional within my pod, because my pod's fairly high-powered, but not like super high-powered. And the version that I made, Dirtles, it just never gets anywhere. So started looking in like EDH Rec and Moxfield and all that stuff to see if there's a way to make this work. And coming to find that every guide out there with a deck associated with it is like, this is the EDH deck. Here's these lines. And it's like 34-step lines. And I'm like, I am not going to be able to remember that. I am not that kind of player.
Yeah,
and
the description.
It's a puzzle deck too. Like they say, look, the lines, depending on what you have in hand in the board state, you have to solve the puzzle to make it work, or you will lose. You'll fizzle out, like, and not finish the game off. So that I am definitely not able to do, much less these lines. So sounds like a cool deck, but I don't think I'm going to be able to build it anywhere close to the way it's supposed to be built. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do there.
Yeah.
I'll figure something out. I'll see if I can find a like middle tier Anala and just kind of get used to some of the combos, you know, and then maybe I'll build up to being competent. I don't know.
Yeah.
Sounds intimidating.
I mean, the description you sent me starts with Anala has been a commander powerhouse since she was released in 2017.
Yeah, but that was a whole different structure. It was like a sacrifice version.
Gotcha.
Which I guess she does have some, because of the black and red in her. So you can do like a graveyard bounce back copy, because her thing is when it enters the battlefield, you can copy it. It's not casting it, I think. So she does have some like little tricks up her sleeve. So anyways, I need to think about it more. If anyone out there knows of a Nala deck that's like middle range, I don't want CEDH, or just like a fun version, like a small version of her, let me know, because I'm having a hard time with this one. Tricky.
You know what else is tricky?
What's that?
Going back to Tales of Aria.
Mm-hmm.
Will we get AB this time? I bet you
Yes.
we do. Yeah.
I bet all of them have AB on them. I bet it's only AB. In fact, didn't they show that they're gonna, or maybe it was just a rumor that they're gonna reprint the hood or something?
Well, Nullrune is all getting reprinted as promos for an event in Amsterdam.
Oh,
art.
Got it. Got it.
Let's see. Yeah,
Wow.
Pro Tour Amsterdam.
What else did we see? What other cards did they show? I know they showed off some.
For Rosetta?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we got the Marvels of the 4 heroes. We got Florian, who's the Runeblade, Elemental Runeblade. And then Verdance, which is the Elemental Wizard. Aurora, which is an Elemental Runeblade. And then Oscilio, which is a Robot Wizard. Elemental Wizard.
I think there's another one now too. Terra.
There's a Guardian, yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if that's going to be like the special one, like the weird.
It may be young only.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like I'm curious if it's a off, like not part of the set type thing, like a special one.
Yeah.
Yeah, just see the young. The art's gorgeous for the set. I mean, they always hit it out of the park with the art.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. No, I really like the art on this. This is probably the set. I'm way more excited for Rosetta than I was for Miss.
Yeah. And we know Essence of Lightning and Essence of Earth.
Mm-hmm.
So Earth Runeblade, Lightning Runeblade. Probably Lightning Wizard is the robot, and probably Earth Wizard, right? To keep it with just 2 elements.
Right. That makes sense.
Earth and Lightning, no ice. That's fine. Ice got extra love elsewhere. I will say my Tales of Aria box is sold as soon as they announced this stuff, which I was fine with. That was good.
Yeah, it looks like they're doing the deck bundle again, where you get like the long card box, the 4 decks, and the playmat. And then, but they're also doing at Gen Con, they showed off. I'm trying to find where'd that go. I had a tab for it, and I think I clicked off of it. There it is. First Strike. So these are Blitz decks meant to be like. So maybe the Blitz decks that are coming out are actually a little more competitive. Because these are designed for new players. These First Strike decks.
Okay. That makes sense. First Strike.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. These look cool. Oh, okay. So Terra's in the First Strike. Maybe he's not in the set at all then.
He could be.
Oh, no. They have a Marvel version. That's got to be in the set. But yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe it's like just
the Marvel
young version in the slot that they don't let you draft with, sort of thing. You know, it might be like that.
Yeah.
New tokens.
New
rune chants. I thought those were pretty cool looking.
Mm-hmm.
Azalea gets her own armory deck
Before LLing.
Yeah.
It's just the timing on that's funny.
Is she gonna LL?
She's
I was gonna say, is she that close?
She's close, yeah. I doubt she'll last through the year.
Yeah, that's fair.
With all the points that are still available. Let me just check and see. Because I know she's been climbing.
Yeah, she was in the top 8.
She's at 608.
That's not that close.
I mean, it's a couple big events.
Yeah, but I don't think she'll take the top spot at big events.
And then there's also all the.
It's the million tiny ones that actually risk taking her over. But I don't because they're 20 points, right, or whatever.
I think so.
Yeah, so that's quite a few to get her over there. But you're right. Like it'll be close. It'll be close. Maybe she lives out this season, but she won't live out next season,
Right.
unless she gets hammered down somehow. Yeah, I mean, it's cool.
Mm-hmm.
I like the art. I like going back and doing the elemental thing.
Yeah.
There seems to be some life gain stuff going on with this one. I don't know if you noticed that. There's like a sub theme with life gain, and I think someone
cool.
Was saying they thought that one of these mechanics that, you know how they put the keyword on the card, but you don't know exactly what the keyword means.
Right.
Like one of the mechanics they were saying, it's like every time you gain life, is what they were thinking, which is interesting. I don't know if that's going to be true or not, but
right, because then you have the wizard earth action heartbeat of Candlehold, which I wonder if those Candlehold, they're the what are they? The locations in Tails will be relevant.
I know what you're talking about. Those, yeah. No, because they're multi-element, and these guys all seem one element.
They
right?
are. They are all one. Verdant specialization: gain 1 life, gain 1 life, gain 1 life. Go again.
Yeah. Yeah, and if she has something that synergizes, if you have a board state, every time you gain life, X happens, you know?
Yep. And it blocks 3, and it's blue, and it costs 1. Seems pretty good.
Yeah, it seems like they figured that block 3 blue is good.
Yeah.
Finally gave us some more cards that do that.
Yeah. But then we also have Germinate, which is the Florian specialization. Create a rune chant or embodiment of Earth token. Repeat this process X more times. When was the last time we had a bunch of embodiment of Earth tokens?
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that because it's an XX card, so you're paying for it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And so that makes me feel kind of like blue heavy, like almost like Guardian style, you know, blue heavy, block heavy, big combo life gain though. I mean, that's just life gain. It does help, but it doesn't win you the game.
Yeah.
I don't know. That might be good. Well, you know what it is going to be? It's going to be, oh God, what do they call it with the Winter Guardian? Where you basically just have to fight against them defending essentially the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
People will be mad about that. They don't like that.
Yeah. And the other scary card that they released is an Earth attack action. Felling of the Crown. Costs 3 red, block 3, swings for 4. But if there are 4 or more Earth cards in your banish zone, this gets +4, so it's swinging for 8. And it has Decompose. When this attacks, you may banish 2 Earth cards and an action card from your graveyard. If you do, each hero puts a card from their hand on the bottom of their deck. So you can also pull a card from someone's hand when attacking.
This seems
if you don't have any cards in your hand, you don't have to do it.
Well, not only that, but this feels chain-like.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Like the Earth guy might do a lot of banish, like fight out a banish zone, you know, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, the art does look kind of like Chain. It's like Chain got a leafy cloak.
Yep.
And a cool sword.
Yeah. Premiering in Tampa. Pre-releases are the 13th to the 16th, which is unfortunate because I'm out of town that weekend.
I did hear something about this. They are not revealing all the cards.
Ooh.
Yeah, they decided to do this as part of this reveal big event. They want the people playing to be the first to see the cards.
That's neat.
Yeah, so they're going to do, I don't know if they do, he said something, go look it up. Sorry, I don't have this on top of head, but I did see the clip of it. But basically, James White in an interview said something like either it's only when you're doing the draft, or I feel like there was something before that, like everyone gets some packs beforehand and can open those, and that's your knowledge before going into the draft is like a few of the packs that you're like everyone gets 5 packs for just coming to the event, something like that. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it's one of those things where it's like you have that day to learn. Which sounds
cool.
like a lot
That's
of fun.
cool.
Yeah. So we will not see all the cards before the release, which is probably fine. Like, I think that's going to be wild.
Yeah.
That will be exciting day, I'm sure. That reminds me of Tales of Aria, big Vegas event. Remember?
Oh yeah.
People are losing it, opening the Fable and stuff.
Yeah. No, that'll be neat.
That's it's specifically 2 talent. Okay, 2 class, 2 talent. Explicit in the text.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. I mean, it looks fun. Looks gorgeous.
Absolutely.
Runeblade's back, baby.
Oh boy, I'd rather Runeblade be back than Illusionist, so that's okay.
You're like, yay. I'm curious about this Oscillo, this lightning wizard.
Mm-hmm.
Or not lightning. Is it lightning?
I think it is.
Oh yeah, because the other one's a lightning Runeblade. Yeah. Probably lightning wizard. Yeah, it's like mechanologist almost.
Mm-hmm. Looks super cool.
Yeah, wish we had more info on him. I don't know. Whatever.
I'll tell.
It's a robot.
Yeah. Time will tell. But yeah, shame I'm gone that weekend, but it will be around after. I do want to draft that set. That set seems fun.
Yeah, that would be a fun draft.
But
all right, what else?
I'm out of stuff, I think.
You're out of things. What about Assassin's Creed? Are you very excited for that set?
I'm regretting canceling my Amazon pre-order.
Oh, I bet. I didn't know you had it pre-ordered.
For $280 or something?
Oh, yeah. It's $392 right now.
Yeah. Send this one out.
I don't know if it will come down, honestly. It sounds like there's very low supply on this.
Like Fallout again?
Yeah, and I think, so Rudy said something about this, that like no one ordered it. So this year's been weird, as we've talked about, kind of experimental year, right?
Mm-hmm.
One of the things that they did that I don't know if they've done before, or at least they haven't done it since I've had access to distribution, is they put out like every set a million years ago in pre-order. So you could pre-order like Bloomburrow 6 months ago, right?
Yeah.
And it's not even close to coming out yet, right? It was one of those weird things that I saw it. I don't know if it's new. I did MH3 because I knew I wanted that set, so I ordered that a million years ago, and I know people ordered Bloomburrow right away. I think they were doing that as a data collecting element, and Assassin's Creed was on that list, and I'm guessing they didn't get a lot. And based on what Rudy was saying, it sounds like based on the lack of those pre-orders, they cut the print run further than this is a specialty set for an IP cuts. So Fallout. And now it's gone insane because everyone, because the lack of orders through the shops, because the lack of orders through distro, there's less product actually going to distro. So it's a super cut. Now, that said, I don't know. I'm like 50-50 on post-release what this looks like because it's a smaller set. There's only so many cards. I think, what was it like? I want to say it was like 100 or something. There's not a lot. It's not like a 400 card set at all. So because of that should equalize with a smaller print run of boxes once, because it's the singles. People are excited about this assassin, that assassin. The power level is pretty good. There's like really good cards. And I would say, we were talking in this one chat, and it was like 50% of the assassins are just bonkers. And then 50% are like, okay. So half of them people are really going to want, and obviously serialized cards and all the rest for those who do that. I don't think those are a big driver, but I think it might be a small driver. But I think the assassins, the high powered assassins, people are going to want. That said, you're going to pull them more often because it's a smaller set, right? So I think you'll see an equalization between the prices. That's why I'm like, I'm not sure that it stays this high before dropping and then going up, because then they'll just completely run out. Right. Also not sure I believe WotC actually cut the run. I more believe they're doing waves because they've done waves. This has happened multiple times now. The counter argument to that is there are serialized cards. So
it doesn't mean that can't be waves.
Correct. That's why it's like, I don't like with the serialized card. What it means is we will know very quickly based on open rates of serialized cards.
Right.
If they seem super common, then yeah, they cut the run in half basically. If they don't seem super common, then we're probably going to get another wave. That's my guess. We'll see. I'm not too worried about it. This is one of those collector boxes. I don't feel sad at all that didn't order and am probably not going to ever have it on my shelf. To be fair though, I think do you have every set now? I think I do. I got Wilds. That was my outstanding one for a while. I do have Fallout. I have the Lord of the Rings. So, yeah, I do. I think I have every collector's box. So maybe I'll buy this eventually. But honestly, if it's this thin, I just don't care. I'm not an Assassin's Creed fan. I played the games. They're fine.
Yeah, they're great.
It's fine. It was a lot of fun. But I just don't. The cards look good. I'll buy singles. But that's what, like. If I want to do an assassin based on one of these assassins or I need it in some deck, I'll buy singles. There's a couple of artifacts that are really good. There's what is this one? This legendary, this Caduceus Staff of Hermes or whatever. It basically, as long as you have 30 or more life, equipped creature gets +5/+5, has indestructible and prevent all damage that would be dealt to it this turn. Or to this creature, period. So in Commander, you automatically, when you put this on something, have indestructible +5/+5, and it doesn't take any damage. And lifelink, which is pretty freaking good in Commander. So that's going to be a nice card, especially like I'm looking at this and I'm saying I have this Boros artifact deck with a dwarf leading it. Any equipped creature gets double strike basically. So of course you want creatures equipped. In that deck has a bunch of ways to cheat equipping without paying it. So as a result, I have these like inventory management from Fallout, which is like automatically equip anything to anything. There's a bunch of them. Anyways, so I cheat it so I can get this on something as soon as I cast it for 3, and it fits perfectly with that deck. So like this is one card I'm definitely gonna buy. But do I want a box? No.
Yeah.
Right. There's like cards here and there, and eventually I'm sure sometime in the future an assassin will be ideal for some commander deck that I'm building or whatever, and I'll buy that card at that point. But so we'll see. This one will be a different one. This is also, isn't this the first time that they're doing this, like the mini
so that's the other thing for singles is if you just want a copy of the card, there's going to be cheap versions.
Yeah, the little set box things or what are they even calling these?
This is what they did for March of the Machine. No.
Beyond Booster. That's what they're calling it. Yeah.
But they're
I knew they had a name for it. Yeah, they're like the smaller boxes.
And supposedly each pack like tells a story too, which is kind of cool.
Oh, that's neat. I don't care,
almost like team boosters. But there's even less cards in the pack. There's like 8 or something.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'll buy singles on this. I'm really not super into it. One of the people in our pod is an AC super fan, so he built in TTS an assassin deck, and it is stupid. Like it is stupid. Like I said, the cards that they revealed. This was before all the reveals. He built this deck, and it was stupid. It was like turn 5. If we couldn't immediately remove something, he auto won because there's a couple that are like if X happens, you win the game.
Yeah.
And with the way the assassins can sneak their attacks in, oftentimes you can't stop X from happening, like whatever it is. And he made a nice little deck that had these several ways of getting to this you can't stop me from winning situations, and boy, he wrecked us. Now, that said, I'm sure there's weaknesses in the future. We see this assassin deck, we kind of know how to react to it, but the first play of it, we're like, what the hell? He like totally rolled over us. So I do not look forward to that, but I'm sure I'm going to see more of it.
Yeah. Does seem fun.
Assassins.
I was starting to work on all Lord of the Rings Super Friends with Aragorn, since he's all colors. So we'll see.
It.
I'll get that there.
Yeah.
But I like that Universes Beyond kind of allows you to build those kind of decks.
Yes, I think it's a great idea. I don't know that I always felt that way. In fact, I don't think I liked it in the beginning, but I like that people are able to have their flavor. I always like flavor, right? Like, and the fact that people have a flavor they like and they can bring it to the table, and like I don't know.
Oh,
I'm endeared
absolutely,
with that
absolutely.
immediately. I don't think I liked it before. I was like, I don't like these robots being in my thing or whatever. Warhammer, for example, or whatever. It's like,
Right.
but now it's like, it's fine. Like I've played against was it the Necrons multiple times in multiple pods now, and I'm like, that's fine. Like they're just like a graveyard black deck. It's whatever. It does not actually bother me as much as I thought it would. So and then of course the people that are passionate like about Assassin's Creed, Lord of the Rings, etc. It's like it brings an extra oomph for them to play. You know, it's like a good driver. So I think it's good.
Yeah. No, I mean it provides opportunities for people that have been wanting to get into Magic. When their thing comes up, it's just like, oh.
Yep.
Like I have a couple of friends that I'm 99% sure are gonna ping me when Final Fantasy comes out.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Sure.
Which I hope they do the Beyond booster for that, because if they just do, like, I don't think what?
Then there's no play booster. There's no drafting.
Well, sure, I hope there's that, but I would rather get the Beyond booster than nothing.
Oh,
For
fair.
Final
I see what you
Fantasy.
mean.
Like I
hope they do the
really
play
hope.
booster.
Oh, if they do a play
Yeah.
booster, I'm in trouble, John.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Definitely a year of experimentation. They will take lessons away from this.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
So, and I'm not looking forward to being assassinated. Oh, and that's the other thing that they did. This was smart.
There
and
hasn't
I
been
liked it.
there hasn't been a play booster yet for Universes Beyond.
Lord of the Rings.
It was a draft box.
Oh, that's right. It was before play started. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
You're right.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, interesting. Okay, so we won't know. We don't know if that's going to happen. Shoot.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, that's weird. I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I like drafting, but I get
It's
it
the
also
only
allows them to
Universes
keep it
Beyond that
limited.
had draft.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I can see them not doing it. It does kind of make sense to prevent over.
Yeah, why would you?
Certain
You're trying
cards
to
and
bring
certain
in
things.
new players.
Yeah.
Well,
It's
I
like
think no. If you're trying to fight off the overprinting of cards, you don't make the Beyond booster.
No, I think the Beyond booster is perfect for that because it's a smaller amount of a smaller set.
Yeah.
So it keeps a balance as opposed to a huge box of only 90 cards. You're going to get 4,000 reprints of the same stupid common.
Oh, true.
You know what I mean?
I
think that's how they balance the smaller number of cards in the set.
Yeah.
So that so it's like a normal product basically without having to build out a crazy amount of stuff.
Right.
But they're not draftable, which kind of stinks, I guess. But then again, if you're trying to pull in new players, draft is not the answer.
Oh, yeah, that too.
So, yeah. And, the other thing they did, I was about to say, the assassins fit with the outlaw theme.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, because they all count as outlaws, so you can mix them into different synergies, especially for those crazy CEDH players out there who like, breaking the game. I'm sure there's some broken stuff between Assassin's Creed Assassins, the outlaw capability, maybe even no, Assassins aren't in the party mechanic, are they?
Yeah,
no, I think rogues are.
Yeah, I was looking at the some of the cards that were being posted in that channel and the Assassins and stuff, and I was going and looking at decks or like cards that would be good with them, and there was a lot of Outlaws of Thunder Junction cards.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, it's a total mix. I mean, I kind of expected to be hyped about this set when I built Gold Wanker, because he turns treasures into assassins. So you figure there's going to be some outlaw synergies, and then I figured there'd be assassin synergies in this. Turns out I was really bad at making a treasure deck, so I didn't actually like Gold Wanker. But that said, he might actually be more fun once this comes out. Like I can build it a different way instead of just a treasure deck. Although that's his payoff, so it's probably best to make him a treasure deck.
Yeah.
Cool.
Seems neat.
Yep. Anything else?
No. Just kind of in between things.
Yep.
Sets.
Summertime.
Gonna
be boring.
Star Wars is around the corner. We did start to see showcases from set 2. People have been opening it and posting things in private groups and stuff. The second
Oh,
set.
cool. Wait, what?
Yeah.
Opening things?
Mm-hmm.
So there's stores that have them now?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. I guess. I mean, people are opening them. They're showing them. They're new cards that have been leaked that way.
Huh.
And it started with Game Genic showed off the Kylo Ren showcase in one of their advertisements for their slide cases, which was kind of cool. And then everyone was like, "Is that it? Is that the showcase?" But because of how rare showcases are, not a lot have been shown. But like we've seen the boba, we've seen. Let's see. What else did we see? Ray looks really good. Bo-Katan looks really good.
I mean,
Gar Saxon. Bunch have been shown off. We got our last 2 leaders for the set. We're getting Han Solo and Jabba the Hutt.
Jabba?
Mm-hmm.
And I bet he does a bunch of the bounties, right?
Mm-hmm.
Some bounty synergy or theme like that.
There's a Rancor card to go with him.
There's a Rancor. I love it. That's good. I like that a lot.
The Lando looks really cool. I mean, these showcases, man. When you were talking about it was easy. How it's easy to sell like Soren, even though it looks super fancy. But then you look at some of the Eldrazi, and you're like, oh, maybe I should keep these. With the showcases, it's just like I have no intention of playing some of these people, but maybe I should keep these.
Yeah, but you're keeping the fancy cards just because you can't.
Yeah.
Because you're Tommy and you can't let go of things.
That's true.
You've done pretty good with Star Wars. I have to give you credit.
Yeah.
You have sold a good amount and, gotten yourself even on it, which is good.
Yeah.
But you do have a tendency to hold on to things you'll never play, or you have in the past, we'll say.
Yes. But an interesting change is Moff Gideon showcase was pulled. Moff Gideon is one of the starter deck leaders.
Okay.
Whereas in set 1, the starter deck leaders did not have a showcase. Which means we're going to get a showcase Mando.
Yeah, I was going to say, are they going to come back and do the ones they skip before?
I don't think so. I think they'll just, because it was Luke and Vader, I think they'll just have Luke and Vader be... Obviously, they're going to come back. Like, we've had 2 Bobas now. 2 sets, and we've had 2 Boba leaders. So, just different colors. So you take a character from a different time period, put them in different color aspects, and they're a new leader with a new ability.
Got it.
Yeah, so like Boba is actually heroism in set 2. He's green-white opposed to yellow-black in set 1. Which we've seen his showcase too, which also looks really cool.
Yeah, these 2 look good. Oh, I like the Boba one the best.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're looking really cool. I hope I am as lucky with set 2 as I was with set 1. But we'll see. I may actually play Bo-Katan.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, this is a tribal.
Yeah. Yeah, Mandalorian tribal. Red, white. Seems good.
Jabba's 212.
Mm-hmm. Yep. He's a big boy.
He's a big boy. He doesn't swing hard because he's, a big slug.
Yeah. And so his action is choose a unit for this phase. It gains bounty. The next unit you play this phase costs 1 less. So you kill you put a bounty on something, you kill it, and then you play cards and cheat mana, cheat resources from your hand.
Yeah. And
Seems a
then
little
there'll
slow,
be
but
won't there be bounty synergies though? Like when a bounty is
oh yeah,
collected or
yep,
whatever
yep,
X happens.
yep,
So
yep,
that's you just build along the bounty
yeah,
synergy, and that's his deal.
yep.
Interesting. Yeah, extra bounty freebies.
Yeah, so there's two main new mechanics in the set: the bounty and smuggle. And smuggle is on Lando. Uh, Action: exhaust it. Play a card using smuggle. It costs 2 less. Defeat a resource you own and control.
Defeat a resource you own and control.
So you lose that resource. Like it is no like
Oh, it's a
it doesn't
freebie,
untap.
but it's
Kill
a
land.
long-term cost. Yeah,
Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah. And you're playing a card from. So you're losing 2 resources.
Yeah, I don't like that one.
But yeah.
That seems bad.
Yeah. There's some synergies to make it good, but then Boba's very different. When you play a unit that has 1 or more keywords, you may exhaust this leader. If you do, give a friendly unit +1/+0 for the phase. Very important, it's not an action. And he comes out at 6 and is a 4/7, opposed to 5 and being a 4/7 in set 1. So this just seems kind of worse than... This is worse than Boba in set 1. But we shall see. It's all about the deck at the end of the day. The leader can only pull so much weight. But yeah, that's all I got. Very excited. Can't wait.
Yeah.
Couple more weeks. Missing pre-release, which is a shame.
There's a Magic Day next, I think it's next Saturday. Not sure it'll be available, but...
I may be recovering from a birthday party.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's next Saturday. So I'll be playing at that. I will not have my Anala deck together by then, I doubt, unless I could just do a pile of wizards, which will suck. But I'll definitely be bringing Dina, see how she does, if I can remember my combos. Dragons are always there. And I think I'm going to play some Narcy, try to get more used to her complex lines in my preparation for building more combo-y decks.
Yeah.
Because she's got a lot of triggers in her.
Fun.
And I don't know. Maybe I'll go back to Gold Wanker and give him a second pass and try to get him a little bit better, because the last time I played him, he just sucked. So I need to rebuild him, and I probably have the stuff for it. I just don't. I didn't actually go back. I disliked it so much that I didn't even look at editing him. We'll see. Talk about that next time.
Yeah. Sounds good. Well, until next week, we'll catch you guys later.
Have a good one.